Yep. And there we go. Um, that's quite the delay on live, isn't it? Okay. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. Let's do a recap of last week. So, having arrived at the Carneth Roadhouse, some of the heroes got situated in their rooms while others helped unload the first two wagons. They learned that the more valuable items were being kept locked within a strong room, but only Bog Luck had the key. So at dinner, they developed a plan to sneak Luna into the room to check it out. They put a tinderbox that was supposedly an heirloom for Smock into a bag with some gems and money, and cut a slit in the bag, and then Luna crawled inside the box as a spider. Then they gave it to Bog Luck for safekeeping in the strong room. That night, Luna crawled out and searched the room, finding a section of loot from the cult raids. Then she heard voices speaking in Draconic, and as she watched from the corner of the room as a spider, lizard folk pushed aside a crate from below and entered the room. They grabbed the boxes and passed them down into a passage to more lizard folk, and then they all left with the boxes of treasure. While that was happening, Asbara Joss visited the heroes in their room and told them that he was there on the behest of Rath Modar, the leader of the Thayan Resurrection. He had been asked to help Severin the Red, who he identified as the leader of the Cult of the Dragon, with the ritual magic needed to free Tiamat from the first level of Hell. First level. I think during the last week's episode I said ninth level, but it's first. And bring her into this world. All because Wrath believes that it will give the organization the power they need to overthrow Zastam, the great lich who rules the Red Wizards. But, in fact, Asbara revealed that he is secretly a member of the Red Wizards, not part of the Thayan Resurrection, and is working under the direction of Zastam to see the ritual fail. He told the heroes that they should find ways to work together and put a stop to it, and said he was leaving for Castle Neritar in the morning and hoped to see them there. The next morning, Luna made it out of the strong room and relayed what he had seen to the group, and then Spot overheard the cook, one Gristle Pete, complaining about rats making scratching noises and waking him up again and again at night. Upon further questioning, Pete realized that the rats only made noise on the evenings when carts were being unloaded. Jinx used this information to gain access to the strong room alongside Bog Luck, and through magic convinced him that there were indeed rats making it into the strong room. Bog Luck stopped Jinx from moving the crate covering the tunnel and called Ardred in to discuss something as he closed the door. So the group backed off and decided it was time to chase after the treasure, heading into the swamp first thing the next day. That evening, they met with Vidurla outside the roadhouse overlooking the mere. They found out that she and Naren were leaving the next morning as well, but heading back to Waterdeep. She shared her belief that they would see each other again and wished them all luck and success until that time. She also reminded them that Alamir's necklace was an important protection against magically being spied upon. Then they got a good night's sleep, and after asking Bog Luck to look after the horses, they set off into the danger-filled putrescence that is the Mere of Dead Men. And that is where we return to the story and find them as they step foot after foot into the muddy, smelly swamp. Alamir, I believe you were doing some things to casting some magic?
Yeah, I'm going to cast a couple of ritual spells. I am going to call my familiar. Now, my familiar is an owl.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I need to know about a familiar is, can you change your familiar?
You
Or does
can't.
it always have to be the same?
You can change it every time you cast the ritual.
Okay, then as my ritual spell for this one, I want to send it to more something of a crow. It's more swamp-like. I
Hmm.
mean, I do it vulture, but I'm thinking it's too big. Um, but something swamp-like, bird-like. So I'm thinking crow, maybe raven, something dark.
Okay.
So not the owl, and
Which,
also not an eagle.
which is it? Is it crow
I'm
or
gonna do. I'm
raven?
gonna do. I'm gonna do raven, simply
Okay.
for the vision. And then I'm also gonna be casting underwater breathing as a ritual. So that's 24 hours for everybody, including Hef. Since we're walking into marshland, swampy land.
Excellent. Okay. Very good. All right. So you have a crow on your
No,
shoulder.
raven,
Or raven. I'm
raven,
sorry, raven.
and
Yes, a
I'm going
raven.
to keep the raven in the tree line, hopping, going from tree to tree. I
Okay.
want. I know we. Can, I know he can't see from above, probably through the trees. But if he can stay in the branches of the trees, he can at least see the floor. That makes sense?
It does. Does
Okay.
your familiar have a name?
Yes, his name is Raven.
Okay.
Raven Schmaven.
Mhm.
Call him Schmaven.
Okay, Schmaven it is. That's what happens when it first appears. Um, Spot looks at him and goes, "Hey, Schmaven!" Then immediately gets named, and
No, I go
now
Raven.
and then it immediately attaches to him because it's the first human who said something. So
And then I
that's how
flick it off
imprinting
my
works.
because I hate birds.
So
Go away.
your raven is technically is a fey creature, right? You're using phase
Technically,
or
yes, using
essence.
Fey magic.
Um, what? So ravens have a unique mimicry ability, an ability to speak a language, bits and pieces. They don't, they can't like talk.
Mimic, not talk.
They mimic, but they similar to a parrot can say bits and phrases.
Okay.
Which does your familiar speak common or elvish?
Well, I'm screwed. Oh no, Elvish.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, 9 temp hit point now.
Ooh, 9. Okay.
Wow. Let's update
Woo-woo.
Hef. That extra hit point could come in handy.
Oh, he's already planning by one, guys. We're screwed.
All right. So you're walking through the mirror, and the Mirror of Dead Men is known for monstrous creatures. Back, not that long ago. Well, I guess 100 years ago, when Neverwinter and I guess that's 50 years ago when Neverwinter and Waterdeep were connected for overland travel. Travelers would skirt the eastern edges of the mirror and travel for 3 days and nights straight without stopping, simply to avoid camping next to the dark, wet, clutching things that would raid out of the swamp. So there's a lot of lore and history to this swamp. Not the least of which is supposed to be many will-o-wisps leading people off to their deaths. Lizard folk commanded by liches. Drowned ships swarming with sea zombies. Gigantic dark tentacles. Yanti slavers. Temples to inhuman gods. Giant leeches with bullywug riders. And not the least danger, which is Voragambanathar, an ancient dragon better known as the Black Death. So you begin traveling through the swamp. Who's leading this group through the swamp? Nobody? Nobody's taking the lead?
I'm happy to. I just don't know where I'm going.
The Raven
Yo.
could.
I don't mind leading as long as somebody can tell me, like, okay, turn left or whatever.
Well, there are only you're traveling, and actually, sorry, let me move. Let's move this map over. So,
Are we on horseback in the swamp?
no, you
Or are
left
we
your
only
horses.
you're foot traffic? We're foot traffic. Then the next question I have is, did we ever, me and my family, and ever travel all the way to Neverwinter?
Not by overland. There, you can't overland. You can only take boats.
Okay, then never mind.
This
And I will
is
be right
I added
Sorry.
here. So you're stepping into the swamp. I think I moved everyone over, didn't I? Yes, I did. This I added the old road. This is an old road that used to head to Castle Neritar and then further up to the town of Leyland. You can tell where this road was. It is completely overgrown now. It is mostly both overgrown and much of it is underwater. But you can still follow that road. You have, I noticed, just skill wise, you have two people in the party with survival, and that is Luna and Hef.
Do you want me Hef? You want me want me assist the tank in guiding through?
I need to
the
be
group.
told. I need to be told which way to go.
Okay. So I'll use my survival and kind of guide and go with him. This way we'll be the first two.
And Hef will then take the rear of the group to help ensure that
Protect the fifth,
yeah.
the sixth.
Yep. Then Luna, go ahead and make me a survival check. Just straight survival check.
Assuming the Jinxie would give him a D8, I would guess.
I'm not sure about that because those are limited.
Okay, then we'll say no for now.
Yep, we'll say no for now. Doesn't look like it was needed.
Kind of low.
Yeah, so it's very easy to see this old trail, and what you notice is that you can tell where branches have been cleared to make it easy travel. Not always travel directly along the old road, but there is a clear route that looks like it's been traveled recently by at least by several humanoid creatures, and the way is pretty clear. It's still slow going. You still, it's about quarter to half speed travel as you slowly make your way through the muck of the swamp. But you should be able to make it, so you'll make it about 10 miles, or 8 to 10 miles, depending on how far you make it in the day, which should bring you up to about right here. So he is gone. So as you travel along, everybody make a perception check, and I'm gonna roll one for the Raven. And I guess I should do Hef too. So nice. So Smock and Spot, you both notice. You see the Raven, flitting from branch to branch through the thick, vine-ridden trees, covered in thick moss and various like black lichens, and as it lands on this one branch about 30 feet ahead of you, you see something move within the branches just beyond it. Something small, something something about the same size, and it's something that's dark that blends in well with the deep shadows of the thick nest of branches and vines that it's in.
How far away did you say it was?
So this would be, so the familiar, Alamir's familiar is about 30 feet ahead, and this is another 10 feet beyond that.
40. Okay.
Yep.
Did I notice that Smock noticed?
Sure.
I will ride up to Smock and I'll be like, "Don't tell Alamir. I think it's going to eat his bird. Let him learn."
$5 it eats the bird. 5 silver
What are
it eats the bird. 5 silver pieces it eats the bird.
I'm just shaking my head at y'all.
That I said it was going to eat the bird? Okay. So you're betting it's not going to eat the bird?
Sure. Well, nah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna. Never mind.
Keep an eye on it, but I'm not going to say anything if it's just a smaller type thing.
So
I'll just I'll lean up against my glaive with the butt stuck into the ground, just kind of watching, paying attention to the dark spot.
so
And I actually say slowly out loud where I see it, just to show the spot where I think I saw it, and I would guess he noticed it maybe a little bit there too. So
Yeah,
Yep.
I confirm.
So you see Raven the Raven fly up ahead about another 20 feet and a little off to the left, completely obviously not noticing this creature. And you walk about another 10 feet forward. And
My apologies.
watching this spot up in the tree, and you hear coming from that section of the tree a voice. And Spot, I believe you're the only one who speaks Orcish. I don't think anyone else does.
I understand it. I can't speak.
Oh, that's true. You're wearing your helm, right?
Yep.
So you also you hear, "Oh, who are you? You look like friend."
and all
I
I
turn
hear
to
is
Smock and I go, "Maybe a treant, but he's speaking Orcish."
interesting. So I do a divine sense.
You do a divine sense. Range 30 feet, right?
With it,
So
60 feet.
60 feet. Well, 30 still would have been in range. So you yeah. So you,
Celestial Fiend Undead and Hallowed Spell, Consecrated Ground, or Detecting Good and Evil on some sort of scale.
nothing comes up.
Can my raven identify exactly where it is coming from?
Your
Would
raven
it have heard it?
Your
Not
raven
understood it. But
Raven would have heard it, and the Raven turns around. The Raven did not see it when
Okay.
Spot and Smock did, and flew 20 feet past it.
Okay,
But
that's
is
fine.
now turned around as there's this the creature with head bobbing comes hopping out of its shadowed hole, and you see another raven. And it's a very large raven.
as ravens go,
As ravens go, it's on the larger side. Not unusually large. It's just on the large, like on large raven size. Not something larger than you would find in nature. And it's still speaking Orcish, and it says, "Oh, friend, come to swamp. I have not had friend in very long time." And it comes flittering down and tries to land on your shoulder, Spot.
as it's trying to land on his shoulder, I do say out loud, "It's not good. It's not evil. It's not celestial. It's not undead. I have no idea what this is."
Would I have any
I
idea?
kind of like shy away from it landing on my shoulder, but I like will put out my arm, I guess, instead and be like, "What are you?"
Um, he goes, I am Moxiliator. I am a raven.
I look at Alamir. What is a Moxilimore?
One, I'm going to tell my raven to start actively looking around for others
Mm-hmm.
and tell me when that's what he's going to be doing. He's strictly scoping up to 100 feet around us. Second of all, have I ever heard of it?
Make an Arcana or History check,
Okay, Arcana or
whichever
history?
you would like. Actually, and I'm going to think
I can do history if you want. Doesn't matter.
Arcana would actually be
Better.
the better chance. Yes.
All right. There you go. Boop. Nope. Never heard of it.
Nope. So no, you haven't. You
Is this
don't
something I would
recognize
know?
this. You know, actually,
Flora,
Luna,
fauna.
there is a chance. Why don't you just go ahead and do either nature or survival? One of the two. Your choice. Nope, you do not recognize it either. I am going to. Does somebody want to text Jinx and see if he's joining us?
Sure.
I'm just real quickly going to. The only person with a good chance would be. Let's see, let me just do this real quick. Just need to get into the campaign. You. Jinkin. And a history check. Yeah, it's not the best in the world. Nope. All right. Yeah. So, do not be afraid, friend. I am here and can help you. Why have you come?
We seek, and I look around at the rest of them. He wants to know why we're here.
Before we do that, can I do an insight? And I'm looking for truth in intent in the voice.
Okay. So you only have inflection of the voice, not. You can't read you don't know, right, birds well enough to be able to read body language from it, so you make an insight roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. So public roll, and then disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, nada. Got it. That's
Nope.
good. That's fine. I was just okay, because if Spot doesn't want to talk to him, I will.
No, I'll talk to him. I just
Then-
don't know what we want to tell him. That's why I'm asking. That's why I looked at you guys and said he wants to know what we're doing here.
We're on our way to Lilian.
I translate. We're on our way to Lilia.
Leland. I don't know how
Right.
to say it.
You are you joining the other two legs to help rebuild the buildings?
How many other two legs? I look at him very puzzled.
Oh, there are there are about 10 feet of two legs.
There's 5 other people in the forest that are there rebuilding the structure. Maybe, unless a couple of them only have one leg. Any of you guys saying anything? I'm telling you guys that as the bird spoke. So
Explain to him that we lost the path, the road itself, but yes, we were on our way to help repair it, and we were directed this way to go to. Is it Lylon or Lelon?
Leylon.
Leyland. So don't deceive, but at the same time, we're just misdirecting.
well, I can't deceive. I'm only translating. So
Okay,
you're
then
the one who's deceiving.
Then translate. But don't have an inflection of
I
deception.
translate word for word with no inflection whatsoever.
I'm just gonna. Ooh.
Also ask us, is this good for him and his kind or not? Of the other two legs.
No. Do you not trust Moxiliator?
I don't trust you nor distrust you. I just met you.
Okay. Well,
Ask Moxiliator if
I
the other
consider
two
you
legs.
a friend at this point.
I have not seen ones like you since I was very young. It is pleasing to my eyes. Brings back good memories.
When the swamp was vibrant and alive?
Years ago, when the tribe that the tribe that raised me used to live on the edge of the swamp. They had skin and features like yours.
He's specifically looking at me or the group?
At you.
Okay.
And
so they were orcish. They taught you this language as I mouthed to him then.
Yes. Yes, and then many were killed and the rest driven off when they started working on the large path for moving pieces of wood going to the town. And then I met others. And then the raven switches to Draconic and says, and they taught me this language.
I reply to him in Draconic, going, I know this language too.
And so does Smock. Hello.
Oh. So
I say hello in Draconic too.
I see this language is more known.
It's common
by you. Yes, this is a common language.
It is more known by our group. Yes, not necessarily in general.
Excellent. That is good. I have not had friends for a long time. I would like to help you if you would like help. Can I?
Everybody can use some help from time to time.
Yes.
If the opportunity arises, how might we return the favor of helping you as you help us?
I simply look for companionship. People to talk to.
I look over at Alamir and I go, no getting your bird all frisky with this one. Unless he likes it.
He was saying this in Draconic?
Yes.
Yep.
He has now switched to
I didn't
Draconic.
understand it. And I got that part. And then, so what you said, is to me in common.
Yep.
Don't get your raven, because I have no idea why my
Don't
raven is
let your
suddenly
raven
going to get all frisky.
Yeah, don't let your raven all frisky with this one. He likes it. Yeah, so randomly out of the language you don't know, all of a sudden, like, that's the response you get.
Because I was actually going to say, I was going to bring my raven closer to see if he talked in raven.
Can your can your raven talk in raven? Probably. He probably could.
Yeah, you said the mimicry is in another language, and that's Elvish.
Right. So
That's the
it's
mimic
just a
language.
matter of, because it's really a fey creature taking the form of a raven.
Oh, true. Okay, well that.
But we'll assume it's like a wild shape, and yes, you can speak to other creatures of that type. Why not?
All right, I'm just reading up on it. I don't see anything at all saying it can't.
Nope. And so we'll just say it can.
Okay.
I say something in Druidic just to see if it responds.
It doesn't.
Okay.
So, but it does seem to be able to communicate in raven squawks with the familiar.
Okay. And of course, I don't think the familiar can translate raven to me.
Well, don't you have telepathic communication with
Yes,
your
we
familiar?
do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Up to 100 feet.
Yep. So you can find out that way that they can communicate.
Okay. Let those two talk for a few. I know I can't use the raven to interrogate him, so
you could try.
Twist his thumbs.
He does, but Moxiliator does turn away from the conversation with Raven, and he says, he speaks like a raven, but is different somehow. It is
Directed
interesting.
at who?
At the group, but primarily Spot. He primarily speaks to Spot.
This is the first time I've met that raven too.
Oh.
He is his friend, and I pointed at Alamir.
Did he say that in Orcish to him or in?
I say that in Orcish when I'm talking to the bird. Unless the bird is still in Draconic, then I could do that.
Yeah. Since switching over to Draconic, the Moxiliator is only speaking in Draconic now that he realized that more people can understand it.
Yeah, then I would use Draconic.
And Alamir just sits there and smiles and nods his head.
I would explain to him that it's a familiar and it's his familiar. He is just trying to help protect the group with his familiar and how familiars work. Building trust.
He is magic too. That is interesting. A different type of magic, I suppose.
Are we not all magic?
Are you magic? Did magic make you?
We are all magic in our own way.
Mom and Dad felt a magical touch.
I'm not explaining that one. I'll let you. Smock has magical touch, it sounds like.
All right. So you continue on into the mirror with the two ravens now flying up. Moxiliator, what's the intelligence on a familiar? You're muted.
It depends on the familiar, and a raven's intelligence is 2.
But it has to have a better intelligence than that as a familiar.
They take the stat of the beast.
Interesting. All right. So then then your raven is just kind of taking direction, as a well-trained bird would. Even though ravens are very intelligent creatures, but there is a limit at that low. You notice Moxiliator definitely is much more intelligent and will adjust his flight patterns to help scout, to spread out the scouting ahead of the direction that you are moving.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll let everybody know. It seems like he's scouting with my Raven right now.
Hmm.
I'm assuming once they reach just below the canopy, they disappear within the branches.
Yeah, well, they always stay within sight.
Okay.
Go ahead
I
and roll.
share with. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I share with Alamar that may be a raven mating ritual, and leave it at that.
Alamir, go ahead and roll a perception for your Raven.
So you're going to have to take the deduction off. Disadvantage or regular?
Regular.
Go to Raven. Perception?
Yep. Excellent. So you're traveling along through the mirror, and Luna, you're confident you continue to follow this at a fairly good pace. This path that you had uncovered that sometimes follows down the middle of the original road, sometimes off to the left, sometimes off to the right, depending on what is currently seems to be easier travel in the years of the swamp overtaking it. So Luna and Smock, both of you make dexterity saving throws, please.
If he's within 10 feet of me, he gets a +3.
And we'll say yes, you're both right there together. There's not a whole lot of room to be too far apart on this path anyway. Oh, 5 and 5. How perfect! Both of you together. You're trumping along. There's a thick. You're only traveling in about 10 to 12 inches of water right now, but it's thick and brackish. You can't see into it at all, and you both step forward at the same time, and both of you stumble forward and sinking into quicksand. Behind you, Spot would be behind you.
I turn my glaive around, hand him the butt end, and say, "Could you help me out, Sir Spot?"
I shake my head. I go, "You guys are always tumbling into the wrong stuff." And I grab my rope out and toss it to you after I take your glaive and set it on the ground. Because I'm not good at pulling on large wooden sticks.
You didn't want the butt end? Got it.
Not going to pull on your shaft, sorry.
Yep. Understood. Moving on.
So are you just holding on to the rope and to pull him out, or are you...
I will hand him the rope, walk around the nearest tree, and use the tree as a leverage to pull him out to make sure, or tell everybody to grab onto the rope so that we can do it all at once.
Okay. So
is there a tree within 50 feet? Because it's 50 feet of rope, I guess, should be the question.
There's a tree just within 7-8 feet away. That's not a problem.
Okay.
So then, Smock, just an athletics check from you. And Luna, are you holding on to Smock as he pulls himself out?
I'll assist him however I can.
Yep. So it's not easy, but you're able to do it. It takes a while, and it kind of...
I assist pulling from the other side of the rope there too.
Oh, very good. And with Spot helping with the leverage of the tree and putting a foot up against the side and the bark, you're able to pull yourselves out. And as you get out of the actual quicksand, Luna, you The path does go right up to the quicksand, but then it made a quick left, but you couldn't tell very easily because of the brackish water.
From here on out, I'll take my staff and kind of start using it to test the ground as I can.
It'll slow you slightly, but not a lot. Probably a good safety measure. Excellent. So you continue on, and for as the sun begins to set, you very tired as the sun is setting. You've been traveling most of the day, only taking a few rests, including a lunch break. You do find a spot similar to the picture right here, where there is a raised section of wet, muddy ground that comes up out of the water, that has some thick foliage that would work as a camping spot if you wanted to stop here for the night.
I'm open to it if y'all are.
Alamir, if this is where we choose, he's going to put up, do another ritual for Lehman's tiny hut. Therefore, we have a solid base to sit on, and we're not on wetness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, but I'm saying the Raven's going to stay outside, along with Maximilian or whatever his name is. He's not coming in the hut. That's just what Alamir says to the group.
Okay.
We don't have the room for two more Ravens.
No. Maxiliator says, "Oh, yes, your hut, your little tent seems very small. I will stay out here and find a nice place to sleep up in the trees."
And the Raven's going to basically be out just as an alarm.
Okay. And with that, yeah, you spend the evening in the hut, and everyone gets a full night's rest without a problem.
Before I go to bed, I will share a little bit of wherever I'm eating with the Maximilian.
His name's stuck.
Yeah. And I will just say a good evening greetings in an ancient Fey language. Sylvian, I believe it is.
He
Sylvan.
only seems to be able to speak Orcish
Okay.
and Draconic. There's the only two.
That's totally fine. I wish him a good night either way.
Yep. And in Draconic, he says thank you and wishes you a good night as well. Yeah. Actually, I'm just going to do something really quick here. I can't do this secretly, can I? I'm just going to do it this way.
We promise we won't look.
Roll, so Luna, roll a perception check.
Okay. Okay, 1 second, I will. Sorry
And
about
before
that.
before the morning kicks in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, since I only need like 4 seconds of sleep, I'm going to spend the last 2 hours redoing, well, not 2 hours, 1 hour doing the water breathing, since the familiar is going to be there forever.
Okay.
It's good for 24 hours, but it was about to pass, so I think he perceived it.
Yes. So Luna, you notice.
Good thing you could see out.
You see Maxiliator as he was like eating with you and stuff, and as you're saying goodnight, he had kind of hopped up next to you, grabbing the last few morsels of some food, and was trying to surreptitiously reach out and grab like a shiny piece of one of your shiny buttons in your clothes.
Okay, I notice. I take my knife and I cut a button off that I don't need and I hand it to him.
Oh, oh, thank you. You are very kind. I like shiny things.
It is my pleasure.
So pretty. And you see if he flicks it in the air and catches it in his beak and then just kind of tucks it away somewhere within his plumage in his breast, or like in a crease next to his left wing.
So everything I'm witnessing and observing as I spend this time with him, he's doing what an actual raven would normally do, correct? Except for the magical side of stuff.
Except for the level of intelligence and fully speaking two languages, yes.
And as I think about more my experience in the Fae, does that guide me to any more conclusions over time? Or is that a wait and see?
Um, Go ahead and roll another nature check with advantage this time, as he's talked about being made of magic or made by magic very specifically, and you have spent the day watching him. Yeah, you yes. So you've never seen a raven before, but you have seen both fauna and flora that has been awakened. So it seems to be some type of awakened creature where magic has given it a greater level of intelligence and awareness.
Do you tell anybody what he did? Or not? Like, you're muted.
After I went back in the hut, and if I understand the hut right, people cannot hear us from the outside, correct?
I don't think so.
At that point, I would explain my observations and what I thought he was. He's acting like
I
a
look
raven, but
over.
he's awakened.
I look over at Smock and I go, "You know the most about dragons. Do you think a dragon can have a awakened raven as a pet, since he likes shiny things and he learned Draconic?"
I do explain to him I've seen this in the Fey world,
I
correct?
mean, then you wouldn't sense evil from him if he was just an awakened pet.
Correct.
But he might be keeping an eye on us for the dragon.
Could be a red wizard thing, maybe.
I don't know. That's why I'm posing the question to. That's where my head went right away when he said, "Oh, he wanted something shiny. He likes it. And he tucked it away into a place that a raven doesn't have." WTF?
So he's shapeshift. So shapeshifting, or possible.
But I'm thinking it's not the dragon that might be shapeshifted, because I would assume Smock would have picked up on it. And I look right at you, Smock, going, "Right?"
Yep.
And I would explain again that ravens and crows love shiny things, and they have a tendency. And then what I've seen in the
Yeah, but
Fae,
they don't have
when
magical
Fae
pockets
have
of
been
nothing
awake,
to stick stuff into.
but when magical creatures are awakened, sometimes they have unusual aberrations.
Then I look over at Alamir and I go, "Tell us that's true."
So I would go ahead with that, and I wonder if I have any insight into that idea he's suggesting or promoting, and in reflecting on that Maximilian or whatever that guy's name is, would anything come to mind?
I mean,
I'd go with no.
yeah. I mean, it's plausible, but improbable.
Okay. So that's exactly what I say. It's plausible, but improbable.
My stance is I don't think we know enough about this creature yet to make it a.
Yeah, Luna,
Does that
you're
sound fair?
yeah, but you broke up. I don't know if it's where you are, but you
Yep.
broke up a little bit. But yeah, but
Okay.
we heard most of what you
Yep.
said.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
I'm
saying
not
I don't
saying,
think we know enough. It
and
could be
that's
either
fine. I'm
way.
not saying he's good or bad or whatever. I just think we need to watch what we say and talk around him, because if
Yeah.
that's true, we could be
It could be a different
lining
kind of
ourselves up for something bad.
yeah, could be a different kind of scrying device, right? Or a scrying animal or something. Yeah.
And that's why I waited to come inside the hut before I mentioned what I
Yep.
observed.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So you wake up next morning, have a nice breakfast. So you are all at this point, like I said, so you are, about right there. And you're at a point, Luna, from what you surmise about from the direction that you've all been going, how the road continues on, and from what you were told. I totally forgot to do something. I'm going to backtrack. I apologize, gentlemen.
I do share some small morsels of my breakfast with him when the time comes.
Excellent. He's very happy. Smuck. You wake up refreshed, but you also have a vivid memory of a dream that you had.
Okay.
And in this dream, it's like what historic, what out of Smock's past would be a place, a path that he would walk or ride, that he would have fond memories of?
With my foster parents after they helped me start my training.
And you would go for walks with them, like in the
Yes.
forest or hills,
yes.
or
Yes. And they would teach. They would do instruction along with talking. Yes.
Very good. You dreamt, as you sometimes do, about one of those times. Dreamt of walking a path with your parents, being shown new things and taught things, and just enjoying the company. And something changed about the surroundings, and there was off to the left, in the distance, through trees over a small hill, there was a golden glow, and you could heard a feminine voice calling to you, a warm, comforting voice. And the voice reminded you in some way, for some reason, of the training that you had recently started, and the tenets of faith that you were learning. And that's all you remember when you awake.
Thank you.
So Luna, back to you notice there a spot not far from where you all camped for the evening. There is a not an actual road, but at least a path that you believe you could take off to the center of the mirror, where you were asked to check out, and where you all believe you may also find this somewhere in that
Stash.
general direction, the stash that you were directed to.
I had to get a response from Jinx, and he said no, he will not be joining us. He's hiding.
Okay, no problem.
Whatever that means.
Means don't kill my character. I think that's what it means.
Probably.
I would definitely check out and point it out to the others.
And I push Jinx out front.
He does have better acrobatics, right?
Smuck, roll another insight check. You make a joke about kind of like jokingly nudge, push, Jinx in direction. You ready to go first, huh, buddy? And then you just stop and you look off that way, and you take 2 steps, almost not in control of your legs in that direction, because you could swear you heard that voice coming from that direction, the voice from your dreams.
Now, if he had any form of suggestion to his dreams, they couldn't have gotten through the hut.
If there's a charm per se, is that what you're saying?
The spells cannot, there's magical effects cannot go through it.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
However, biological, fair game.
So, yeah.
Okay, I do say out loud, whoa, Vujade. That's really kind of weird. I had a dream about that voice. Never mind. Must not be anything.
No one else heard a voice, just to be clear.
Yeah,
Telling
look
everyone
him
else.
and go, voice.
Yeah, there's nothing can go wrong when you hear voices in your head. It's all good. All
right. So, Luna, you've gotten a feel for the mirror, and you now have both Raven and you can just call him Mox or Max, doesn't matter, as scouts. So go ahead and roll another survival check with advantage. (23). Yes, you're easily able to find a safe passage through the swamp at this point in time, and that takes you a good distance. So about halfway through the day, you come to a part in the swamp where there are large sorry, I just noticing something. Gonna have to modify this. You notice large swaths of drier land. You're able to. It's still muddy. It still squenches under your feet, but at least you're not sloshing through water at this point. And you continue on, Smock in the lead, being guided by Luna, and you continue on. And you're walking along a section of, I think we're here. You're walking through a dry section in a path of the swamp. This is what it looks like both to the left and to the right of you. very lots of deep pools of water with trees and tall grasses coming up on the sides. Everyone roll a perception check. I'm not going to roll for Jinx or Hef this time.
I'm too busy looking at the passage or the pathway.
Yeah, well, you got to make sure you're not going to run into quicksand again. So, you're traveling. You're traveling. Smock, you're kind of going forward, and Luna keeps coming up every so often and next to you, and poking the ground. Alamir, why a second one?
That's the Raven.
I wasn't worried about the Raven, but thank you.
What if he got a critical?
We'll check. There is no critical.
I just need to make a quick change. I just need to make a modification here. Because I need to grab something real quick here. I need to grab Luna. Oh, you know what? I need to grab Mox. And at some point, we'll need to make a familiar token too. Whoops, I don't know why I grabbed you guys to that. I wasn't supposed to do that. There you go, guys. Take a look at all the tokens. And this is the wrong one.
We have a premonition of our enemies.
Yeah, you like that. That was a mistake. Okay, now let me grab these in here. And then we have Luna. We have, at least for the time being, Luna's favorite creature to turn into. And I'm just going to temporarily just kind of double Mox here. What's the hit points for your Raven, Alamir?
1d4 minus 1.
Okay, we'll give him 3. There we go. Now we have Mox and Raven.
Do we have the 8 bonus hit points from Smock every day?
9.
9? Okay.
Yep. And Alamir, you should be able to control your Raven. All right. And so, Alamir, you happen to be looking up, and you see bubbling in the water, and the tip of a large, glossy tentacle rising from the water to the south. You have time. You can use your reaction to yell a warning if you'd like.
Oh, you bet your bunkers I am.
And that is the only warning you get, as two
Octopus
huge
off the starboard bow. And
tentacles come rising
and
from
port side.
the water. And
So I would assume my glaive says, "Watch out! Watch out!"
I'm sorry. Yes, I totally forgot. As a matter of fact, Smock, yes. I keep forgetting you have that glaive of warning. So yes, you get plenty of warning, and it warms in your hand and glows, and then you pause and look around and see the water bubbling as the tentacles begin to rise. Everyone, so there's plenty of warning, so everyone roll initiative, please.
It's a trap.
It's a trap!
Not a trap. It's just a slimy hug.
All right, let's go ahead and move this up here.
Oh, I didn't select my character before I did it, so I got a 16.
Let's see. That's initiative. Initiative. And I will do Hef. And just here, gonna go ahead and at least just roll. Put Jinx in. Oh, perfect. That is perfect. All right. So with Alamir's warning, Heth has his bow drawn and takes aim at the one to the south, and is going to attempt to hit it with an arrow. If I can get the correct, here we go. Right here. There we go. 16. 16 does in fact hit it. He is going to use his, he's going to do an additional d12 of damage from, that wasn't that great, from using one of his combat superiority dice. And then his action surge, so that he can allow Smock an attack if he'd like, using his reaction.
Sure, why not? $25 hits, I would
25
imagine.
definitely hits, yes.
11 points plus a smite. Not undead or fiend, I assume?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So 19.
Radiant damage.
Yeah, seems to take full damage from all of the attacks.
Excellent.
All right, and it is Spot's turn.
I will step up to this one. Yeah, I'm unmuted. Okay.
Yep.
It's a big slimy tentacle, so I'm just gonna smack it.
Okay.
Since it's within 10 feet of me, is it with advantage or not?
No.
Okay.
It's... Yeah, because you're not on the opposite side. You don't have positioning to do that.
So I'm going to ask this. Would that give advantage for him?
No. You would have to...
What?
You'd have
No,
to
I'd
at
have to
least
be
be
over
over here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
don't worry. My next round, if you move up to this one, I will move around to be opposite you, like we usually do. So,
Okay.
But nobody was there now, so I figured it didn't matter.
You could also still move after you hit too. So
Yeah.
I rolled a 17 for initiative. It didn't get put on the board.
you got to change
You
your
didn't
number.
collect your token before you did it.
Oh,
Probably not.
no, you didn't. You're not on there.
And there's a reason why. I was like, wait a minute, I wanted to go before Spot.
Because you're hiding your first round. No.
No, I grew 2 mustache hairs. Okay, but mine's very easy. I'm casting haste on Spot, and then I'm running back over here
and hiding.
Excellent.
and hiding.
Take Hef with you.
And then the tentacle comes out from behind you.
Would you...
And then I Misty Step as a bonus action. So I will cast this just so it's official.
He ends up sitting on a tentacle, so he gets raised up in the air. Don't talk
happens.
about it.
Okay.
Casting that on you. You have that now, Spot. Now you can smack the crap out of him.
Okay. There we go.
What about
Thank you,
me?
sir.
What about
Okay.
me?
So that gives me 3 attacks before I have to use a bonus, right?
I
Yep.
could
correct.
use haste.
I know you could.
I
Okay.
feel left
I'm
out.
just gonna do normal attacks, not normal magic attacks. But they're not going to be any certain type of attack as far as fire, poison, or whatever. So just my magical fists.
Okay. Sorry, Smock. They've known each other for like 3/4 of their young lives.
Yeah, that's right. You're the new guy.
Yeah.
23 to hit for 10.
Oh, that definitely hits. You do damage. Yep.
That one might not hit. That's only an 11.
You hit, but the can't quite damage through the, like, you kind of bounce, deflect off the blubbery.
That one hurt my wrist a little bit, so
Yeah.
I shake it off and try to smack him again.
That
But
hits.
Alamir, am I the red shirt guy?
15 for 8.
Yes, you are in this fight.
And then I am going to use my bonus action this time, though, to go into dodge. Actually, on the last one, now that I remembered it too, can I try to stun it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a
So it
con
needs
save.
to roll a con save.
It doesn't have anything special to that.
Alamir sees a wolf
no.
over there.
Well,
Hyena.
it can be
Scary.
stunned. That's pretty cool. A 4.
It is
Thinking
stunned.
it's stunned.
So you
Then-
hit it, and you see the whole thing kind of quivering and
Oh.
vibrating in the air.
Okay, then I am not going to use, because it's stunned until the end of my next turn. So I am not going to use my thing to dodge, and I am going to use the key point to flurry then instead and get 2 more hits on it.
With advantage.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So 20 for another 5, and that's only going to be an
All right.
11 plus 18 for 7.
So 12 more, and it is now
And
bloody.
that one is stunned.
So both of the creatures have been bloodied before they get to do anything.
Well, mine doesn't get to do anything, so
True, it may never get to do something. We'll find out. All right, Smuck.
Okay. So I will attack. And I'll be attacking the one I started which is the one in the south of me.
Okay.
And that would be a critical hit.
Oof. Ouch. You must not have
Okay.
clicked on the glaive in the chat window.
No.
Because
No, but I rolled a 10.
if you click on that purple in the chat window, which I just did, then it comes up and also gives you the crit damage.
Okay.
But your crit damage should actually automatically be 10 anyway, so that's 23.
Yep. And then I will be smiting
Okay.
with a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
23. Yeah. So what does it look like where with this single blow you kill?
It looks like it has an arm of high blood pressure. It goes bolt straight, and then it kind of bursts apart all in one big burst.
Yep. And part of it just kind of almost completely breaks off and flops down into the muck, and the whole thing bubbling seeps down into the water.
It's a Hydra. It splits into 2.
And then I will turn and attack the other one. Okay. And is it a crit or is it a
With advantage.
advantage? Okay. Let me roll again then.
Yep.
Your hit didn't unstun it, did it, Petra?
Yeah. No,
stays
it didn't.
stunned at the end of my next turn.
Okay.
There is no saves for it.
17 to hit.
Yep, the 13 hit too. We were just seeing if you're
13,
going to
okay.
crit.
Okay. And then another smite. 9 points.
All right.
Smite.
Yep.
And then I will butt action.
Okay.
And where's that? There it is. Well,
That
good
hits.
enough. And we'll try a crit again, I guess.
Yep.
Just
Might
for
as
the
well.
giggles.
All right.
Might as well.
So
Yeah.
17
And then
hits.
I will not be smiting on this one.
All right.
6 points of damage.
And yeah, and you hit with twice with the weapon, and there's huge gouges put into the tentacle, and it is Yep, it's very close to death. This one is dead. It's Luna's turn.
I'm just going to do a simple wild shape as my bonus action.
Okay.
And attack this one.
Okay.
And
you have advantage.
Yep.
Yep, you hit. And
for 11 points.
12 points. And you bite right through it, and the creature sinks down into the swamp.
Well done, Luna.
And the puppy looks around, is looking for the rampage. What's next?
And there's
Does the raven detect or look around to see anything else bubbling in the water?
No, they look around and they do not see anything else around. Was just these two tentacles came up out of the water.
Okay.
I'm going to stay in wild shape for a little bit until we get past this little ways.
Okay.
Spot's gonna feel jittery for a while.
So you continue on through the swamp. It looks like this, and you have you make it past that section, and it turns back into more of the you're trudging kind of through very shallow water, muck, trumping through really thick pieces of mud, and until you think you're about an hour. Actually, let's take a quick look here. Let's see here. You think you're about 2 hours away from sundown. And up ahead, you see you're still trudging through the mirror. We're just going to put you back on here. And up ahead, there's a small kind of warning cough from the raven. A small little whistle from Raven the Raven. And Max comes flying back and he says, building up ahead. I've not been here for a long time. It feels different.
I'm gonna communicate with with Schmaven and see through his eyes and have him go to this building and scout 360 around it for shape and size. And I explained to everybody this is what I'm doing. Let's just hold on a second.
So,
while he's in a trance, I'll wet William.
As Raven clears the thickets of intense vines and overgrown trees and root systems, he sees, and you see through his eyes, this.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Structure.
Yeah, a what looks like some kind of church or temple that is dilapidated. There's water and trees all around it, and it is in fact, you've been traveling through the Marsh to Mir. The sky's been overcast. You haven't really. It's been dark and dreary the whole time you've been here. So you didn't really notice it before, but there is a storm brewing, and and lightning begins to start up uh, as you've gotten closer to the center of the marsh. And
Anything different from around it, or it just looks like a ruined cathedral-looking thing?
so,
Because we should be able to see right through it
well,
based on the picture.
based on the picture, but there's only so much
Okay.
you can do with.
I know. What I was saying is, can the Raven go through the middle and out the back? If it's a no, then he's going to go up to like this palisade on the top left and look in.
Okay.
Looks like there's a
So let me
sconce
just.
or something
So
up
what
there.
remains of the stone structure that you see through the raven's eyes is obviously but a shadow of its former glory. You see stone walls that are only solid in the bottom like 8 to 10 feet, except for sections of it that still soar upwards like jagged shards of pottery, like 20 to 30 feet in the air. And one shard on the opposite, you're coming to it from like the northeast, so on the west side is like one jagged spire of wall that shoots up 45 to 50 feet like an old finger pointing angrily at the gods above.
Okay.
The north section of the structure has 3 ruined piles of rubble on its west, north, and east sides, which you surmise could have been flying buttresses holding up the sides of a tall tower, and you see the remains of what would have been a tower on that end of it. And on the corners of that tower, on the other side of the northernmost pile of rubble, are 2 squat houses where the roofs have long ago rotted away.
Okay.
And as you fly closer, stepping out of the side of this structure is a humanoid that that
Is it making any sound that I can hear?
He shouts up and he begins speaking this arcane language, and you see streaks and bolts of energy go flying towards the
damn.
raven.
Snap.
We're going to shoot 1, 2, 3 bolts go shooting at the raven, and they all miss. What would you like the raven to do?
Leave. But before he leaves, he wants to know, in the bottom left corner of this picture, is that a skateboard or a hoverboard?
What?
The bottom left corner, way at the bottom left corner. It looks like there's a skateboard.
Looks like a tomb to me.
Oh, it looks like a skateboard to me. I was just going to take it. Anyway, the Raven's going to
Okay.
leave.
All right. So the raven leaves.
Never going to get an answer either.
No more Scooby snacks for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that.
Now the Raven, did this figure look human, or pieces missing from it? You know what I mean? Or was it undeadish?
It looked human, but it was extremely gaunt and that's about all you could see. It was holding a staff.
Being a mace, got it.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, perfect. Leaving and coming home and getting something to eat.
Okay.
Feed him Max. And when I wake up, I'm going to talk to everybody, explain what he saw. And the second thing, ask Max, who is this at this cathedral? Or what used to be a cathedral type thing.
Was no one here last time I flew around it?
When
This
were
is
you
new.
last here? Oh wait, I can't speak his language.
You speak.
Oh, no, he
you
speaks
speak
common.
Draconic.
No, I don't.
Oh, then no, you can't. You
No,
can't speak
I'm
to
just
him.
going blah 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 blah
Yes, no,
blah blah blah.
You can't. You
Okay,
can't
yeah, I
talk
can't
to him.
ask him anything. So I'm gonna have one of the translators to ask him when's the last time he was here. I already know he wasn't there long, but When was the last time?
So if I translate this time, I can use your helm next time.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I got the spell also, so it doesn't matter.
It's been probably he doesn't have a clear sense of time. He goes by moons, and it's been roughly 6, almost 7 moons, full moons.
Yeah, so there's 10.
Starting
It's
to
a
be
while.
pain in the butt right now.
It's been a while. I talk about the shambles on the ground. I talk about the guy with the staff trying to take out a raven. And I talk about the position or the condition that this is in. Also, the 2 houses that you said, or 2 house-like structures on the side that were also dilapidated because they weren't standing structures, correct?
Right.
So they weren't living structures. Got it.
Correct.
And that's what I explained to everybody. Now, in the Ravens circle around there, did there show a easy way to get there or a hard way to get there
Well,
for approach?
You are, so if you continue straight in the path you're going, you will
We're
approach.
going right in.
You'll approach from the northeast corner, nearest to the ruins of the tall tower and the 2, the easternmost of the old buildings without a roof.
Well, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. The hard way is we send somebody invisible in a different direction to be the scout. Or the easy way, we just walk up to it. What do you guys think?
I could suit up again in wild shape, and then you invisible me, and then we walk up together, him not seeing me. So he has a little surprise if he tries to attack. And then I'm on the other side of him, so we have advantage on attacks.
The thing about a wizard is you can't attack. You have to get to him.
Yep.
Which...
I have distance.
No, I know. Visibility is a 3rd. I've already burned 1. No, invisibility... I don't have invisibility anymore. I ditched that spell. So I have a haste, and that would leave 1 counter spell. Okay.
Or you can hold off on those and...
Well, hyena isn't a common animal in the swamp as far as... Oh, I'll just say biology knows.
No, hyena is not common anywhere in the world. It's very specific.
A
giant hyena, at least. I mean,
you're saying I'm special. Thank you.
Very special. Okay. I say we scout this place a little bit because, who can I tell? Our Max and Raven. I'm just gonna tell them to go scout again. Just go out and scout. Just see if there's any changes. And as soon as they leave, I'm gonna tell everybody, what if Max is a familiar of that mage? And the mage knows everything we're doing.
So about how
Could
far...
very well be.
Crickets!
What's that, Spot?
Yeah, what's that?
I said it could very well be. I'm sorry, somebody's printing in behind me.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, they go... So, what specific orders did you give Raven?
Go search. Just continue to scout. Do as usual around us, letting us know if anything's coming in.
Okay, you're just around your area, not to go back and scout the...
Correct. Just keep us knowledge if anything's arriving.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
And I said, Max, go with him.
Yep.
And then we did the huddle up, and I said, what if Max is this wizard, Miss Mage's familiar? So we already lost Element of Surprise. I mean, the Raven's just a Raven. Those seems like those are all over the place around here. You swing a stick, you hit 2. So we have to go under the possibility that there is no surprise and that this person knows we're coming. That's what Alamir says. So how do you surprise someone who knows you are being they know you're there? Besides seeing a great big giant hyena.
We have advantage because we know they know we know.
That'd be the reverse. That'd be the inadvantage.
How common would a giant elk be in this area?
You need to be an alligator. Or apparently a raven.
What was the question?
Elks, giant elks in the swamp.
Yeah, you'll never see that.
Yeah.
Not
Maybe
common
once.
at all.
But we could.
That's right.
Technically,
We could see it once. I think it's better if we split up and come to and investigate this thing from the sides. We can stay in communication because the Raven has Elvish, and I'm sure somebody here is a half elf of some sort, or an elf.
Jinx
speaks
is.
Elvish.
That would be Jinx.
There you go. So that would be then the Raven could talk with him, and then I can talk to the Raven, so we can keep the groups in contact. I really don't think the first time we approach, I think this guy's going to be on full alert because you did that to a Raven. I mean, hey, look, bird, dinner, gone. Or at least you tried 3 shots, scorching blast. Ideas?
You would have recognized what he did as being more akin to,
Fireballs?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay, so potentially Warlock family, sorcery family. And 3 of them. Ideas? Input? You camping out right here?
How close is the water to this building?
Surrounded by water.
Well, so okay, the building, it's wet. So that image shows it's wet, but it's like a lot of mud. It's not necessarily. It is higher and drier than most of the rest of the swamp you've been traveling through. It's similar to the wet, mucky, but solid ground you were walking on when you were attacked by the tentacles.
We could also approach this thing with the, oh, help, we're lost. Have you seen our pony? Blah, 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 blah. Go with the helpless.
Actually, roll... you were looking through the creature's eyes. Roll a perception check, Alamir. I forgot one thing. A 13 is good enough. One thing, it was a brief glimpse through the trees. It was as Raven was turning and flying away. On the southeast side of this temple structure, rising like out of the ground, was a gigantic tortoiseshell. Huge, dark tortoiseshell. And there were little spots of glowing things on it. That's all you really saw.
So this person traveled in a tortoise shell boat. Or it's a giant tortoise. Shiny
turtle.
Or dragon turtle. So
Baby.
we got to dig deep to get to his lair. I'm back to opinions. Anybody want to put their 2 cents in, or do we just... Obviously, this is where we were sent as a potential place, but the only way we're going to know is if we go all in.
Follow you.
Okay.
You want to?
If Luna wants to go into wants to go in animal form just as pure damage, I say we don't all stand in a nice 10-foot ball.
How close from cover is that building? I mean,
It has. I mean, you are seen almost instantly. It looks like,
yeah, but I
unless we're
mean,
moving full speed.
how far from cover to the building?
Cover to the building. There's trees right up to within 30, 40 feet of it.
And Smock is suddenly scared.
Okay, so let me look here.
I look at Smock. I grab him by the breastplate and I say, "Damn it, man! Pull it together!"
I am.
Maybe even slaps him a couple times and says, "My name is Luna."
I am. I'd say let's get up there close and let me go into a different wild shape.
Okay.
You can even go in a wild shape and scout if you'd like.
So
what do you?
I've got one left right now, so
you're all moving forward.
Yeah, apparently we are, with one of us trying to run the other direction.
So if you look in, you are all in the upper right hand corner.
Yes, Smock, the red shirt guy.
and where's this mage at?
Somewhere in there.
So yeah, so the mage was seen walking out of the eastern doorway.
Stairwell.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks like a Chinese red ear or a slider turtle shell.
That doorway there?
They're not
Yep.
that dangerous.
That's where the raven saw him. That's where it was attacked from.
Okay.
Yes, this is this is exactly where it's from, Smock. Let's see. Not yet.
So could probably get
Send
to
the raven
about
back
there.
up to the top to give us an aerial view of what's going on.
Raven could be out in this area, or
Raven
even
could-
come around to distract him looking another way. As we see if we can sneak up to an area like that, or like that. Let's figure out where this dude's at.
Well, I
And if
think we're
there's
gonna
any
find
other
out where this dude's at the minute we show ourselves.
Yep.
We got some ruins out here. Yeah, we could want to do a group, maybe stealth, but not really being. Oh, and apparently Smock's making a run for it.
Yeah. So Smock is rushing forward. What's everyone else doing? The Spot runs up behind. And then Luna.
I'm gonna keep pace with Smock because I can easily outrun him, but
Yep.
he's leading the charge. I'm following.
1, 2, and
No,
Hef
I
will
understand.
stay up. We'll Jinx. Okay. I'm just gonna move.
Is it
That
is
up
it
there.
pretty easy to get through this area right here, or is it difficult terrain?
It's all of this. The entire swamp is difficult terrain, basically. So all of this is difficult terrain. So you're moving forward. So, yep. So that's a wall. That's a wall. That's a building.
Okay.
Or it's a wall. It's the ruins of a building. So you'd have to, yeah. So
Yeah, I gotta figure out if I want to
Yep.
go this side or
Yep.
with them.
So that is a wall to the south of you. Hef is going forward to back up. Smock, Luna, what did you decide?
I'm thinking right now. So
You don't have much time because they keep moving forward. And Alamir, which direction are you following them?
Yeah, I'm trying to look around a cat. Move, kids.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll step behind something if you guys want to take cover. You and half.
You said this is a wall, right?
Smock, your glaive gets warm in your hands and begins to glow. Whoom, whoom. And you get a sense both off to the side, and just as you hear hissing from over the top of the wall that Luna just ran along, and also from the other side, rustling in the trees to your right. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Dodge.
Parry, thrust.
Damn.
All right, let's get... That is not what I'd wanted, but that's okay.
Boop.
Let's just have all the basic semi-NPCs right now roll really well. How's that?
Personally, I don't like it.
Okay. And all the creatures too. How about that? How about we just have all the creatures roll really well?
That is a gargantuan snake, 3x3.
It's a giant constrictor snake. It is a huge beast.
Peace out.
Isn't huge only 10x10?
No, that's large.
Actually,
Huge is 3x3.
Oh yeah, gargantuan is 4x4.
Yep. And then
Huge gargantuan.
I've got
Technically, gargantuan is anything over 4x4 because a Tarrasque is still considered gargantuan.
that makes sense. And then I'm gonna go here. Okay. All right. I think, is everybody in? All right. Spot. You see. Let me move these things. Yep. You see the snake come up hissing over the edge of the wall, looking down upon all of you, and this giant spider come crawling out of the branches and about, let's say 12 feet above the ground. That wall, and the wall that the snake is peering over is about 10 feet tall.
We still haven't had any kind of short rest or anything.
We had the
during
long
this
rest.
time?
No, not since. No.
Yeah,
Since we fought before. No.
Right.
I didn't know if we had taken a short rest on the rest of the way in or not. So okay. I'm gonna look up at the snake that is coming over the top, and I'm doing Breath of the Dragon. 20-foot cone up the wall and at it, away from all of my friends, of course.
Okay.
Which should easily cover it and whatever. Debating what kind of stuff do we want to do, guys? I'm gonna go with lightning.
Ooh. Okay.
You know, we're in a swamp. It's got to be wet. It probably doesn't like lightning, so
Elamir
I'm
takes
gonna
a step
breathe
back.
lightning up the wall at it. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Dex save 5.
That's a no.
It just hisses
Takes
there. Yep. So it takes 8 points. Yeah, and the lightning strikes it right in the snout, and it shakes its head and flicks its tongue as the lightning lights up the inside of its mouth.
And then bonus action, I go into dodge
Okay.
because that was action. I am not hasted yet, so that sounds like a good opening round.
And it is the snake's turn.
I wish haste was like a cone. Cone of haste.
Until it's used against you like that, then you wouldn't
And you
think
see
that's
all
cool.
the bugs underneath our feet just.
Okay. So you see the creature is going to it drops down, and
Ow.
technically it brings itself
Yeah.
within 10 feet of you, Smock, actually about right here if you'd like, as it drops down.
I was just say when it's on the top of the wall, you said it was 10 feet up, so
Yep. So as it drops,
as it comes over,
the first 5 feet down that its head comes, Smock gets
Take your
within 10
attack.
feet if you want. 15 does indeed hit. All right, 11. Ouch. Ooh, and a smite. Yeah, you hit it hard.
29 points of damage so far. Nice job, guys.
So you make it so that the only person it can get to, I guess it could get to you too, technically, but it was going for Spot anyway. It can't get down all the way, but it can still bite. So it's going to attempt to bite. It doesn't get
Disadvantage AC 17.
Okay. So attempts to bite 8 and it misses. Because of Smock's, I assume Smock that you were using
Dodge.
Sentinel. So because of Sentinel, it
Yes.
wasn't able
Yes.
to try to constrict. It could only try to bite. And it missed. And that's its turn. And now we get to...
And I point behind us, say, "Spider coming out of the tree."
Yeah. So Luna and Smock through the tree at the edge of, as lightning flashes in the sky, you see stepping away down from the building to the corner. You see this creature right here. He looks gaunt and almost like an undead thing, but it acts with full mobility, but like that of maybe an old man, and he yells out in a strange archaic language that you cannot understand. Alomir, you hear this language. You make an Arcana check. Wow. This language, he yells out in an ancient language. Hold on one sec. I need to get to here. This you recognize from your studies. You've never heard this language spoken. You've read it in its most basic form in old ancient texts in Candlekeep. It is a form of Dravidian long forgotten on the face of Faerun and Torville. And
would Luna have perked his ears too?
No.
Or her ears?
No,
Okay.
This is an ancient language spoken long before any of the more and the languages that derived from it.
Okay. And it's a dead language.
It is a long dead language. It's not even a dead language that's studied anymore. It's just when I say you recognize the language, the basics of it, it's because you read an ancient manuscript once that was translated into an ancient language you could read.
Understood. Okay.
And so you catch bits and pieces of what he's saying with the helm, but even with the help of the helm, you can't understand more than half of what he says, and the words really come out like those of a madman, disjointed and rambling. Yes. You do hear, yeah. There are words that kind of sink in, and we'll deal with that later.
Okay. But is he doing anything besides yelling? Actions.
He's casting magic.
Okay.
Does he recognize him as the?
Can I see him? There's a huge tree in the way. That's what I'm wondering.
Only Smock and Luna can see him.
Okay, so I can hear. I hear it. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he match what Alamir had described that attacked his bird?
I mean, he's a gaunt humanoid, so that's as close as.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got.
That was it. Let's see. 60, 10. Let's see. Circle 20 foot. 20
Can't.
foot.
Okay.
20 foot.
Never.
Okay.
I can't. I have to see him, so never mind.
Here's what we're going to do. I need to draw. It's the first time doing this stuff. Let's try this. Let's do. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and make it red. So we're going to do something that is 20, just like this. Hopefully it's going to let me move it, and of course it's not. Let's see if I can do it.
Click on the red itself, and usually it gets it so you can select it. You gotta click it once to activate it, and then there you go.
Well, no, I can only drag, and then I got it, but it. Oh man, I can get little bits and pieces. I can't actually get. Somehow it won't let me. Okay, you know what? I guess I'm just going to do it this way. Let's do it this way. I know where I'm dragging this, so let's just do it like this. This is what is being done right here. Boom. So that's where it goes up.
The red or blue?
It's the red.
Okay.
I was messing with one.
I was wondering if it was like rambles or something in the blue.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, see, I can grab the blue one. I just couldn't grab my red one. I don't know.
Did you switch back to the arrow when you're trying to grab it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Oh, wait, now I can almost. It's really finicky. Anyway, out of the wet earth comes these glistening, slimy thorns, and this a circle going up 20 feet, straight up 20 feet in the air, catching even part of the head of the snake, pushing like Spot and Smock apart. So Smock, you are now on like the inside. You and Luna are on the inside of this round circle, and Spot is just on the outside. It is a huge wall of thorns. I need each of you, so 3 of you and the snake are going to make dexterity saving throws.
Just grabbing some water beer back up.
Again, anybody within 10 feet of me, +3.
So that would just be Spot. I'm assuming you're not giving it to the snake.
No.
So I need, it's a DC 16 save. So nobody made it.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
I
no,
was
you have.
trying to figure out if I had an advantage on it or not. I thought I did with something for Dex.
You're scared of snakes, so you cried out and went eek, and you get advantage, but you got to say eek. Guess not.
No, there's no eek. Sorry. It was I don't know. I thought it was in mobility or something, but I guess not.
Okay.
Okay. Dex save +3. So that would be 15 plus 3 is 18.
18 does make it, so you're going to take half of this damage. So this is.
Then do I move out of it or something too?
You're effectively there. You're just it comes up right between both of you. You're
Okay.
just you're pushed to the corner of that square. So it does. Actually, I don't have. I'm just going to do it manually. Roll 78 for 28 points of damage. That's about average. So Spot, you take 14, and everyone else takes 28. The snake is just ripped to shreds as this wall of thorns goes up past it. But that is the evil druid's turn, and it is Hef's turn. Hef cries out, looks up at the snake, and decides that he's going to attempt to finish the snake off. And misses. And that's and then he'll just step off to the side just a little bit. All right. So now there is. I'm gonna do this.
Now, does this impede our movement or anything like that?
Yeah, you can't walk through it until you take it down, or you could try to push through it, but you're going to take that another 78 damage again if you try to push through.
So you're trapped in the thorny vines.
Yeah, actually, technically, you can move slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot, you must spend 4 feet of movement.
Quarter speed. Ouch.
Yeah, and you have to make another dex make another dex save and take the damage again. So yeah, you can go through, but it's going to take all your movement, and you're going to take the damage again. That is a level 6 spell, guys. The only one he's got. Okay.
And it does not dissipate either, does it?
What is that? What is that spell?
I'm assuming he's got concentration on it.
It's Wall of Thorns.
Cool.
So it's like Wall of Fire, but thorns.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But a little prickly, more than a little hurt.
Yeah.
Warmy.
Did you just call him a prickly? Never mind.
All right. So
I didn't call him anything.
this spider comes hopping out of the tree, and what's the range? 30 feet, and it is going to throw out
Jumping spider, guys. I hate those.
a web.
Well, why not?
Yeah, why not? So it can only hit one creature. It is going to attempt to hit Hef, since Hef just was the last one who acted and drew its attention. So
I taunt it.
you are on the other side of the wall. Can't see it. Okay. So where the heck? Web. Here we go. Attack +5. So let's do this. 11. Hef is able to sidestep and dodge the web. And that is all the spider does. So the spider is on the ground right there. It will move. It will move up to Hef.
Hold on. It was within 10 feet, I believe.
Okay, so
I think.
you first off, you already used your reaction to hit the snake, but even if you hadn't, you also can't see it because it's on the other side of the wall of thorns.
Okay.
So,
Good reasons.
all right.
Totally acceptable.
Jinx, we're keeping this very simple, and Jinx is simply going to back away safely, and he will throw inspiration onto Hef. Smock, your turn. You're on the inside of this wall of thorns.
So does that mean I cannot attack the snake?
You cannot see the snake. The snake is on the other side of it. So technically,
Okay.
the snake, was
Okay.
out.
Well, then I guess I'll just chill out. I don't know that I guess I could move, but I'll die. I can't see anything, so can't target anything.
Yeah, I couldn't counter him because I
Yeah.
couldn't see him.
I guess technically, so the wall is 5 feet thick, so it would have pushed everybody away. So we will do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Luna look hurt?
Luna's definitely hurt.
Okay. Bleeding? Are you less than half, Luna? I can't hear you.
I sound right about half.
About half.
So I was kicking around the idea of healing myself or what to do.
Okay. I'll slap you for 15.
Okay.
So that is what I do.
Okay. Alamir, your turn.
Well, since I have Spot right next to me, I'm going to once again haste Spot.
Of course you do.
I can't see you. I have to be
He
able to
was going
see.
to do you this time.
I was,
can't
but
see
I can't
you.
see you.
He's
Uh-huh.
he's
Uh-huh.
a little bitter about it. I think.
It's a little bit. Well, no, actually, the first
The
one
red
was
shirt
free.
and no haste and
The first try was free, and now he wants more.
I am
He
wearing
really
a red
likes it.
bandana all the time.
I think he's addicted to haste. He's gotten it once.
Well, you know, you are the crack dealer.
That is true. Okay, so that's first I'm going to do is that. Second thing I'm going to do is, holy crap, how easy is it to run through this stuff? Or is it a bush? Is it a tree or a bush?
That's a tree. So it's a
Okay.
tree. Like it's still.
A low-lying tree? Like it hangs low?
I think you
Well,
should run through it with
It goes
haste.
pretty far up, but you can run underneath it. But everything in this, all of this.
Oh, it's
is,
probably all spider webbed and stuff. Okay.
Well, it's all the ground is soft and muddy, so it's all rough terrain.
Gotcha. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do with that. Can't do that. Can't do that. So for my movement, because we love Jinx and we love me, I'm not in his reach. I'm not in his reach. Well, no, he's large. He can hit 10 feet, right? The snake. So if I move, that's technically a reaction.
The snake
Unless he's already
has
used
a
his
10-foot
reaction.
reach, yes,
Okay, so then I'm just going to.
for the bite.
Is it worth it? Do I take one and lose half my health? Yeah, I'm gonna. What about this? That's a giant spider too, isn't he?
Yes, and that is a giant spider.
And that's got 10 feet also.
No, the spider is only a 5-foot range.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna go here. Give me the attack. Go for it.
All right, so the constrictor snake will attempt to bite you. Oh, for 9 points of piercing damage.
That hurt. You're mean.
Snapped out at you, right on your shoulder,
So
just
that
as
9
you pulled away.
All right, 29, and I'll continue. I'm out like here. 10. Hold on.
Wait,
20.
remember half movement. It's
Oh,
rough
sorry.
terrain.
Okay. So here, so that's 5, 10, 50, right there.
Yep.
That's 15.
I think
Yeah.
it's been a long time since you got hit.
I know. It's been like a day. All right. And I'm holding my. I'm not using that spell. Not necessary at all. And yeah, I cast an alarm. No, go ahead. I'm done.
All right, Luna, what would you like to do in the middle of this wall of thorns?
Thank you for asking. Is there anything I can see besides Smock?
No, you see Smock and the wall. And the wall goes up 20 feet, so you don't even see the snake anymore.
Okay. So if I don't move, I don't get hurt, right?
Right. You can move in that small little area left and right. You can move 5 feet.
And there's no way to damage this wall of thorns to drop it either, is there?
I mean, you don't know, but it's powerful magic. That's all you know.
So I can't see over. Okay. Yep. First thing is I'm gonna cast Spark Skin on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to take sword or something and hit the wall of thorns to see if I can break it.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this in a way where I'm not jumping into it or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Yep. So you hit the wall, and it is. You crush and break some of the vines apart, and more of them just magically just fill the gap.
So basically, we're trapped in here,
Yep.
and every time we move a foot, we're gonna take damage. Well, this sucks.
Unless
my
you
turn.
find a way, unless you can find a way out. So here's the thing.
What would I know about this spell? Would I?
You don't know anything about this spell. I mean, make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nope. You don't know anything. But what I will say, let's see. I'm gonna roll. I need to make a roll. All right. Nope. Okay. Yeah, and you see clear sky up above you. You see the clouds and the lightning flashing occasionally up above you, but there's also like no trees or branches or anything hanging over the this section of that you're in.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep. For a second, I'm thinking.
Okay.
So
Spot.
let's see what happens next turn.
Spot, your turn.
Snake is still on the wall.
It is, but it is.
Is
and
Is
Pushed
it in
back
the
up.
briar thing too, or not?
No, it got pushed out of it actually. So actually, Alamir, take that damage off because it's also 10 feet up.
Oh, okay.
It
okay,
was
got
not within 10 feet to be able to bite you.
So how would it get pushed out and us pulled in unless he intentionally meant for that? Because if it was down in there, would
Oh,
it not get pulled into the thorns?
it
It
rolled
got
its save.
stopped on top of the wall when he did his sentinel.
Okay.
Right.
So it made its dex save and stayed on the wall when the briars went up around you guys and separated
Yep.
me from you guys too.
And wherever most of your body was, you got pushed to that side. And most of its
So
body
I will
was
move up
on
to
other
the
side.
spider then. I am hasted now, so
Mhm.
that is 5 attacks with a flurry, which I will do. Did it hit Hef?
Nope.
No, it didn't. It tried
Okay.
to shoot a web and then ran up to him.
I
But
know most
if
spiders
you were to
don't like
move,
fire, so I'm going to do fiery fists.
okay, I was going to say if you did move 2 to the left, you could get advantage on him with Hef.
I I wasn't sure where the spider web went,
It's
or did it just
the
dissipate?
web.
If
The
it
web.
missed?
Yeah, if the web, it's a single target web, so it doesn't really
Okay,
affect
gotcha.
anything otherwise.
I didn't know if it was an area of effect one. Okay. Yeah, then I will move around behind it. I did a key point for flurry. That gives me 2 more for a chance to stun if I don't do enough damage to it to take its attention. So, doing fiery fists.
Okay.
That's it should hit with a 19. 26 for 5.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And that's fire damage.
Yep, and the damage definitely looks like it hurts it, and that one hit, so a total for 9 more.
That's 2. There's 3. That's going to be an 11 plus 7 is 18.
Yep, so that's 20 total points of damage.
Here's 4. That's a 16 plus.
And that drops him.
Oh, we'll see. That's because I rolled the dice at the end.
And yeah, you pummel the creature, breaking through its chitinous body, and its entrails spill out all over the mud and muck. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
it's
that was
covered in
5. I moved 10 feet.
I'm so silly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50.
You can move.
I can move 100.
Yeah, but you're halved. So
That's
50.
60.
You're at.
Huh? I'm not in the briar, or is everything?
No. The muck. The muck is.
Yeah.
I thought he said the muck was.
All
was,
ground
difficult terrain.
is difficult terrain in the marsh.
Oh, well then I can
We've
move
just been
that.
walking slowly through it anyway.
I can move 50, which puts me, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Minus 10 going towards him.
Okay.
And I yell as I run away, I'm going for him. You guys got the snake, right? And I just take off running.
I can't hear. You spoke in Draconic.
Make a perception check as you're running spot. You run around the outside of the wall of thorns.
Regular perception?
Yep, just regular perception.
12 plus 3.
Oh, with a 15. So with a 15, you look around, giving yourself a quick overview of the surrounding area. And to your right, up curled up around some old branches sticking out of the ruins of the rubble, or laying on top, probably laying kind of on top of part of the rubble. You see another.
Oh, well, then I would have
constrictor
not
snake?
ran.
Yeah,
That
at what
way,
point
I
did he
would've-
see that?
I would have avoided more of that, I guess.
And then to the left, you look up and you see the glistening
spider.
eyes of a huge toad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, whatever. I got one more attack after I move either way, so I'm throwing a dart at this guy.
Okay. Which one? The toad?
No, the guy.
No, at
Oh,
him.
the guy. Oh, at the guy. All right.
The guy.
That's
It's disadvantage, isn't it, for the range?
60-foot range,
10, 20, 30,
right?
40,
Yeah, it's
55.
20, 60, so...
So disadvantage.
Yeah, he's within range, so it's disadvantage. But I just wanted to make sure I was still in range.
Yep. He's
12?
a
Probably not.
12. No, so it hits. So beneath his robes, he has like these tattered pieces of like hide draping underneath, and it looks at first like your dart sticks, but then you see it just kind of
Walk.
drop.
You press yourself with bark? You're weird, man. Stop it.
All right. And now it is the constrictor snakes. Yeah.
Well,
one's-
Smock, I guess we're safe from the constrictor.
Yeah, this one's being compelled.
Can you convert into like a mouse and get the heck out of here?
Or spider?
That's my last conversion
Ah.
when I do that.
So the snake comes
But it gets you out.
rolling off of the top of the one more level, Luna could turn into a flying creature. Comes rolling off of the top of the ruined wall and attempts to wrap around Alamir.
Is it an attack? Is it a...
It's an attack, so let me just constrict attack 24.
Holy crap. Damn.
Yeah. So it hits. It does 9 bludgeoning damage, and you are
So I should have just
grappled.
kept the 9 there.
And you are squeezed with the giant snake hug.
I cannot do a bonus action, can I?
Or no,
Not
only
until your
not
turn.
to your turn.
Just a reaction.
Yeah. Yep.
Correct.
So you are grappled.
Okay.
By this snake.
Yeah,
You are
okay.
restrained.
Totally understand.
All right. That's all it can do. This other snake, what's the movement? I can't really do that far. Comes down, so that's 10, 20, 30, and it is going to... this snake comes around and behind you with its movement spot, but that's all it can do.
Is he grappled or is he restrained?
He is
That's two different things.
So the snake, technically he's restrained.
Okay, because that means everything has advantage on him versus grappled just means he can't move right now.
Right. It is a grapple that causes the restrained condition.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
You can turn that on in your character sheet, Martin, so that when he rolls, it automatically does the right stuff.
I'm going. Hold on. I'll get there.
All right.
Just click on the conditions.
That's what I was looking for. Restrained. Grappled and restrained? So both? Okay.
All right. Spot, you see...
that won't last.
Let's see. Let's do... Yeah. Doesn't need any of that. You see this this man speaking this strange language. You have no idea what he's saying. And he seems very animated and angry and upset, and spittle flying out of his mouth. And the staff gets raised above his head, and he points one end of it at you. But he is just going to do this.
This is my heroic thing of I will probably die, guys, because I ran after him instead of sticking with you.
Oh,
So
don't worry, I'm about to die
make
too.
Make sure
so.
you run away.
Whoops. It was supposed to roll. How come it didn't roll? Oh, here we go. It rolls this way. Does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
All right.
I have haste, so I'm 19 now.
Oh, that's right. So you are able to dodge out of the way as this burst, a huge burst of flame, just explodes next to your and behind your left shoulder, and you avoid his attack. And more.
Is this the fiery swamp from Princess Bride?
Could be with it was
bubbling.
A huge amount of flame he just tried to produce, and he's going to take a step back around the corner, and that's his turn. Hef looks over and tries to shoot the constrictor snake.
The one on Alamir or the one that's chasing me?
The one on Alamir. The one that is choking Alamir in its coils. All right, here we go. And he hits for 7 points of damage, and it goes right through the jaw and into the skull of this creature, and it falls to the ground and lets Alamir go. And then Hef is going to.
That's where I was. Okay, I don't have difficult terrain doesn't affect me. Tom,
Not in
just so
haste.
you know.
Oh, when you're hasted?
No, plus I'm mobile. I have
Oh,
mobile feet.
about mobility.
Oh,
So
mobile ignores
I
all
could have moved
difficult terrain?
when you use the dash action, which I have dash because of haste.
So your dash. So your dash isn't affected, but your regular movement is.
Okay, so haste isn't I thought haste applied to
No,
dash.
gives you the option to take the dash as a.
And if you used your regular action to dash, you could do 2 dashes that weren't affected, but your regular move should still be affected.
Okay.
So dash.
So that's cool.
I
That's
can
good to
plan
know,
on it
though.
next time. Since haste gives me dash, and I have a disengage with my key point, I can easily disengage and dash and move 200 feet unimpaired.
Cool. All right, but before that, let's see what the giant toad does.
He tries to lick me, and I deflect projectile tongue.
So the toad is going to do a long jump that's 20 feet high, or up to 20 feet. That's 10 feet high. So it is going to actually leap out at you and attempt to bite. And if it does really well, let's see how good its bite does. Nope, an 8. You're able to dodge out of the way of its huge mouth. You see its tongue, its mouth, its gullet, like looking like it's trying to swallow you whole.
It's probably got a couple of smaller animals still stuck in its gummy tongue.
And there's more rustling from some trees.
That always reminds me of that one joke.
And
2 frogs enter a bar.
A frog can never spit out a nasty fly if it catches one because it's got a sticky tongue.
And
so imagine get a nasty fly. Oh man!
So another giant toad leaps down out of the tree nearby, and you also see another a spider moving forward out of this tree down here.
This guy doesn't like me. He's sending all of his pets, so you guys are free to do whatever you want.
Oh, I'm feeling like Jinx should do something more than just give people.
Does Jinx or Alamir have a?
Oh, what the heck is
dispel
this?
magic?
No.
Get rid of the thorns?
No. I couldn't see him casting, so otherwise I would have counterspelled.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I have to see him casting it. I just saw this thorn go.
Correct.
And then I crapped myself.
You guys had dispel magic. So
Jinx is going to move 15
Well, I'm wondering
feet,
if I damage it, if it'll go away.
10, 20, and then he's going to Misty Step. Actually,
Okay,
that's
I'm doing the
interesting.
same thing.
Could he do that? And is there anything he could help? I don't think there is. Okay, and then he is going to cast a spell. So Jinx casts a spell.
Hypnotic pattern.
What color is Jinx going to be? Let's have Jinx be something other people aren't. Here, this is a good Jinx color. Jinx is going to do something like this. Okay. It's going to be a little... The guy's in the center of that. And that's Jinx's turn. Smock, it's your turn.
what is that?
Scintillating.
As I'm running towards it, what did you do?
You can't tell. You don't see it. Whatever Jinx did, you cannot tell what it is.
Is it something that he would tell me about, though, so I don't run into it? Or is it something that I don't get affected by because he cast it?
Jinx will yell out and he'll say, Spot, if you can engage the spellcaster, keep him where he is. Don't let him move.
10-4.
Good, buddy.
Smock, you are still
Hack
inside.
at the thorns. Hack at the thorns.
Yeah, I'll try hacking at the thorns.
Yep. You hack at the thorns and you get the exact same reaction that actually we'll leave it like that. That Luna did. You cut and you break pieces, and new vines just slither in and crisscross and seal the wounds that you make instantly.
See, that normally works on normal wall of thorns, so that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Sorry,
Yes, I passed.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Alamir.
Just make
All
sure
right.
you heal up or ready in action in case something happens. Where if I hit him and he drops it, hold an
All right.
action to move or run or I don't know.
Yeah, you could hold your action. You could like right at the edge of it and hold your action ready to take a dash action.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can
Take
do
a
that.
dash towards whatever
5,
enemy you
10,
spot
15,
after the
20,
thing, the wall
25,
drops.
30. Almir will. 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 10, 15. He doesn't really want to show himself. 5, 10, 15. Can
Go to the other side of the thorns and hide.
I'm with you, but can 1, 2, 3.
After you step out of a dead and dying snake from around you.
I'm gonna end exactly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, that won't work. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, if I'm there, I'm gonna have to Misty Step. 5, 10, 15. Because I can't see that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Corner of whatever square you
Here.
end up on has to be able to see the corner of any square
And
that
then
you're looking
I'm
at.
gonna go 5, 10. Nope. I'm gonna go under the tree next to Jinx.
Okay. You
No, wait,
Misty
that's-
stepped as well, right?
Correct. I Misty stepped, so I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15. Can I clearly see everything south of me?
Yes, you see everything that's there. You see the
Okay, so I used this as a bonus action.
you see the
Bonus action
the
was used.
humanoid peeking around the corner and all four of those creatures
Okay,
and Spot.
so I'm still good
and
with
and
all
the
of
tortoise
that.
shell.
Okay. Then I am done. Didn't do what I wanted to do, but hey, did what I could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luna.
Different plan of attack. If cutting it does not work, I'm bringing out a torch and I'm going to try burn it.
Okay. You try setting it on fire and it seems immune to the effects. It doesn't even smoke.
Okay.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Would you like to ready your action as well to run forward if the wall goes down?
If it drops, can I see this dude?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Have to wait and see.
Because when the wall drops, you don't know what's out there.
Before the wall came up, was I able to see him?
No. You were engaged and fighting before that happened.
I thought you had mentioned I had noticed him down there or something.
You you did. You're right. You and Smock
Yes.
both saw him. Yes, you did originally. You know where he was. So
I will be ready to cast a spell.
you're gonna prep a spell?
Yep.
Okay.
Remember,
just
you
tell 'em
lose it
which
if it
spell.
doesn't happen.
Yep, if it's a leveled spell, you will lose it if it doesn't happen. So prep a cantrip would be my suggestion.
Okay.
What spell are you prepping?
Let me look here.
You have spells?
And heals too, by the way.
Whoa. No way.
Oh, if only one of them was dispel magic, huh?
Yeah, that would be convenient. I looked. I don't have access to that one.
Nope. Do
What are you prepping?
Ice knife.
Ice knife. Okay. All right. Spot, your turn.
Now that there's two of them on me, I will use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
So that is Step of the Wind.
Yep. And you glide away.
Disengage. So that is a key point. I will use the dash from haste to allow me to travel unencumbered.
Mm-hmm.
Unimpeded.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I will get to there.
Man, look at him move.
Yeah. Light stepping
Go-
on the mud.
Go
doesn't-
around him. No, he don't do that. Grabbing some drink.
It's like Toon
And-
running on water in Remo Williams.
I can't. Oh, shit. I really want that too,
You
but
can't
I
shit
can't. I
it.
don't have another bonus action to empower my tattoo. But no. So for now, I guess I'll just do my 3 attacks then.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one more key point, so I'm going to try to stun on one of them that hits.
That
15
hits. 15 hits. Yes.
Okay, he needs a Constitution save.
Yep. So,
One if he's holding for his spell, and then 2 for not being stunned.
So, where?
So if that's for the stun, he loses his concentration anyways, I think, when you get stunned.
Yeah. So the first thing would be for the stun. So I don't think he has anything special here. Yeah. So he is stunned, and the wall goes down. The wall.
And then my other 2 attacks are at advantage.
And all right. Well, here. Let me just do this. Hold on, guys. Since I can't seem to do it otherwise, I'll do it this way. Oh. Move. Get out of here. Delete. All right. There we go, guys. Back where you were. The wall went down. So go ahead and finish your attack spot, and then we'll have Luna do
These
a
are going to
spell.
be with cold damage.
Okay.
I feel a little frosty at this guy.
Yeah. And it
So
seems to
24 to hit
affect
for
him
8
fully.
cold damage.
Yeah. So let's see.
And
You did
the last one,
16.
oh, 5 and a 3. Well, those balance out. A 12 does not hit him, but he's stunned, so I don't know. Not.
No, but it's still, yeah. So you just carry him, like, don't get quite
I don't know
through
if
his
there's-
armor, get caught up in the ragged robes. You know what it is you're attacking him, and you hear a voice in your head. This cold, like the hairs on the back of your neck come up, and you hear a whisper in your head, not speaking any language to you, but you intuitively understand it, and it says, "I can help." And it distracts you for that last attack.
So Smock, you were running at something, or where were you? What were you doing on your held action?
Yeah, and Luna, you were doing Ice Knife?
Yep. Smock, you should be one space down.
Right.
When
Yep, right there.
Tom moved us, he put us extra 5 foot away.
If you're running to the nearest enemy when it pops or whatever, it's your choice.
Yep. That's it, right? So 15, it would be 15 feet, remember, because it's half. You only get a single dash action, and it's half your movement because of difficult
So
terrain.
right there.
But don't you have a movement of 30? You're muted.
Yes.
So you only get 15 feet of movement because of
Yeah, that's
the
3
mud.
squares. If he was here,
No.
that's 3
He
squares.
he was up here.
Oh, gotcha.
He was originally up here. So you could move like down to there, or there. Yep.
He was. You're right. He was there.
All right.
I thought he was on the other side of the snake when him and I were fighting him, and that thing went up.
So Luna, you're doing Ice Knife
Yes.
on what? Okay, go
Right
ahead.
there.
Sorry, guys, I have no more key points left, so he is only stunned for this round. I will not be able to stun him again, just so you know.
Oh, but that one was a huge. That was a huge stun, though. That was a huge
Yep.
stun. All right, and it is now the snake's turn.
Did it make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw?
Oh, I didn't know it needed to. You didn't say that.
That's to do the AoE damage, so.
Let's see. How about a 17?
That should work.
Does it
Yeah,
still take
well,
damage or do anything, or is that it?
It
It's a
needs to
cantrip.
pass DC 14, yeah.
Okay.
He did no damage.
Yeah, because I think Ice Knife is he takes the damage for the hit, and then it and everything around it takes the AoE damage for the burst if it makes the save or not.
Okay. So now the snake rushes forward, gets within 10 feet of Smock. Smock, do you use your reaction?
Yes.
It slithers forward, head rearing up, and you miss it
Nothing happens.
as it comes in, and it's going to attempt to constrict you. A 22. It wraps itself completely around you. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are now. And I'm going to actually move you to front because it is now. And you are restrained.
But is he grappled and restrained?
He's grappled and restrained. But you can attempt to break free of that. All right. All right. The druid is stunned for this round. He can do nothing. Hef. It is Hef's turn. Hef is going to take aim at the constrictor snake. And he yells out. He yells Smock's name. Attempts to. He was too afraid of hitting you, Smock, as he shot, and it just thunked like 10 feet away in the muck, in the mud. All right, the toads. Swim. They can't really swim here. They really just kind of leap to get where they want. That's really all they can really do. This toad will leap up here. This toad will leap forward this direction, and the spider.
I'm assuming they all move through all of this fine. They don't. Well, I don't happen to see any impairments in their movement at all.
No, they're all used to moving
Okay.
through these terrains. They are not affected by it. Although you notice, like the toads really just leap, and the snakes in particular are not affected by it.
When I'm hasted, I can leap really far too.
So,
And mobility doubles my jump, I think.
range is 30 feet, so it'll go here, and from behind you, Spot, a web gets thrown out at you, but it misses.
Holy snot, that's a big web.
That's not me. I didn't do that.
It's a huge web. Oh my god.
All right,
It's
and
a
it is
godly web.
Smock. It is your turn. You can attempt to break free. It's a DC 16 athletics check.
Okay. And I can't attack or do anything otherwise. I got to break free first, correct?
You can, but being restrained, you're at disadvantage.
Okay.
And it's at advantage to attack you.
You said athletics?
Yes. And you do. You break free. And you can move to one of those adjacent squares if you'd like. And
I want to break free.
but that is your action to break free.
Bonus action? Anything for bonus action?
Nope. Oh, I am done.
All right. Sorry, Smock. This is the battle that Smock got to sit around too many rounds. My apologies.
It was luckily enough though that he had his glaive in with him when he got tightened up there, because he just pushed out on his glaive and that's what broke him out of the grapple.
That's right. Alamir.
Alamir's trying to. Oh, Alamir's. He's gonna go here. Okay, now riddle me this,
You've
Batman.
noticed that those frogs jump 20 feet.
Yeah.
So you probably want to keep yourself at least 20
Okay,
feet away.
so it's a 20 foot radius for fireball. So that's a 40-foot wide diameter.
Yep,
correct?
that is a fireball. Yes, it is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
You could catch everyone, including
sure.
Spot, down
I know.
here.
I could go down here too, yeah.
I'm so
I don't
proud
know.
of Alamir.
I don't know if I want to
I'm so
catch
proud.
Spot.
You're not an evocation, so you can't bend it around me.
Oh,
right?
that's
So
why I said I don't know if I want to catch you in it.
Oh,
That's
well,
you
that's
whether you
fine.
roll the save
You
or
know-
not.
I'm not happy with it, but if you warn me about it, I'll be okay, I guess.
Incoming. You've never seen it before.
Oh, Spot.
And you'll probably think he's an illusionist, so it's not real. I'll just
That's right.
I forgot to mention this, Spot. When you ran up and
No.
attacked, as you entered that within
zone.
10 feet of the druid of this man, it went dead silence. No sound gets made within that area you're in.
Well, the
That
good
doesn't
news
affect
is
me. To
Yeah.
me, that's stillness of the mind.
the goodness is it's a DC dexterity check, and with Spot having like 35 dexterity with
Plus
advantage,
7.
he should.
See, just claim it was
How do I
that
have advantage though?
that
Because of
evil
the
druid that
haste
cast the
On all
fireball.
dexterity saving throws, you get advantage.
Oh, well, see, that's what I thought I had from haste before, but I suppose the snake wasn't.
Okay, so a deck save for a fireball.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you're
there
doing on
is
all
a
those.
1 from the giant toad. Dex. A 21 from the spider.
So he saves, and he does. He set for that
And an 8
spot.
from the druid.
Spot saves. He needs a 14. Well, he got an 18, and he did not.
Yep. So only the spider and Spot saved. So what's the total damage?
All 21 damage. Yes, less than half.
Yeah.
Well, I only take 10, so that's good.
That was a bad roll. Wow. Look at the roll.
Here, I'll re-roll it. Hold on.
This one.
That better? It is actually, but it doesn't matter.
Slightly.
Almost
Alright.
takes me down to half.
And this one, 10. Okay. Yeah, so the fireball goes off. And you don't hear it. All of a sudden, Spot, you're just
warm.
you and this emaciated druid are just engulfed in flames. But you see it. You're able to duck low and out of the way of most of it, while the druid just stands there and just screams in agony.
I move off to the side of the steps, which absorbs some of it, but he gets the full blast.
Exactly. You use him as a shield.
Yep. Are you done, Elamir?
No. He's then going to make a small prayer for Spot. And then, yes, he's done.
Okay.
Please don't let there be any less hair than there already is.
Exactly.
No hair
Please
on
don't make him. Please make him not mad at me. Please make him not mad at me. Please make him not mad at me.
Luna.
ahead.
Just don't do
Now
it all
you
the
can
time.
get pissed, Luna, and go full Wolfie.
Luna is not happy, so Luna's gonna do something else. And everybody got quiet for some reason. So let's see here.
Waiting on you to take your turn. What do we got to talk?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Your
40,
half
Wait,
movement.
Where
45, 50,
you only get
55,
half your movement. Remember that.
60.
Okay.
No, he's casting something.
Casting a spell. Okay.
Yep. And I'm displaying who I'm casting.
The hell?
Okay.
60
Yeah.
foot.
Yep.
60-foot radius. Yeah, so
Well, your range is
120 feet.
120,
It's
60
bigger
foot
than that.
cylinder.
Oh,
It's 60-foot radius, so it's 120 feet wide if you want it.
So are you starting with the point on the top, so the two on the top take it?
Yeah,
Trying to
and
figure
the
out.
one on the bottom.
Well,
yeah.
call lightning. He calls it down within that area. Anywhere within that cylindrical 120 foot diameter, he can call lightning onto a creature.
You could technically get all through 4 of them.
Right.
Doesn't
And
go
Spot.
all-
so
What the heck?
And the
So
druid.
actually, I've only got 1/4 of it, so I can cover everything from
Right. So you don't need to draw
Here.
anything. Like
Okay.
you get like 120 feet. You really get that whole
Yeah.
area.
the first one. Now, do I hit everything I call on, or is it
No,
You have to roll
it's
a dexterity
everything
save.
within 5 feet. So you
Of that point.
Of
So
a
you
point.
pick a center point that you're
Okay.
calling the lightning strike down to, and everything 5 feet around it gets damaged. So if you want to hit more than one thing, you gotta
Put it
you're
between
gonna
two
hit
things.
The toad. Yeah, you're gonna hit the
Yeah.
toad and the snake. Those are the only two that are
The
close
only
enough.
you're gonna have to put it like
I'm
right
gonna hit
there.
those
Yeah,
two
exactly,
first.
exactly. Drop it right on that corner, right there.
Here, I'm gonna get rid of that.
So basically, you're
Yeah.
placing a 120 foot diameter cone of lightning and storm that goes up 60 feet in a cylinder, and then you can call lightning down to any spot within that circle. That's
And they
what
gotta
that
make
spell
a
does.
DC. What is it? I guess a Dex.
And go ahead and roll your damage.
It's
3d10.
And
15.
it was a DC what? DC 16?
14.
14. So
14.
the snake made it. So that's 15. So the snake takes
That only did 2d10.
7. Yeah, that's only 2d10. Where's your third
Are
10?
you using it as a higher level?
I can only use it as a 3rd level, and it says 3d10.
Yeah.
Right.
So why did it only do 2?
If you
Throw another 10-sider. Just throw
if
one
you
in
roll
there.
the
Okay.
3D, no, that
All right,
rolled
we'll take
3.
that one.
If
We'll
you
take
roll
that.
the 3D10 inside, see where it's pink and says 3D10 inside the description?
Click it.
That
And that's what I did.
Click it again. You can click as many times as you want.
no, because it doesn't. You couldn't have
No,
because
he's
it didn't
still on
say
a
call
2.
light. How come?
Total damage.
Wait, are you clicking
Not on your character sheet.
not on the character
inside
sheet
the
in the chat
box
chat box?
Okay.
From our
So right
tabletop.
there.
Yes.
There
that
you
was it.
go.
There,
There you go.
There
All
we
right.
go.
22 is better than a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, why is it only doing that? But the snake, if it passes, it only takes half of it.
Yep.
And if
Correct.
it doesn't pass,
snake
it
takes
takes full.
11
that-
and the toad takes 22.
Yeah, and the
a little
toad
bit
toad
helps.
is definitely crackling and sizzling all along the side of it.
And since I have that up to 10 minutes,
Yep.
And you should be able to move it too, right? Is it movable?
No, but you
No,
can do
it's
any
a-
spot. Like he has the whole
It's a
battlefield.
120 foot radius.
Yeah.
120 feet away from him. So
Yep.
he can pretty much lightning strike anything from him to 120 feet away in any rare circle around him.
I told you Luna was not happy.
All right.
Apparently, neither was Alamir.
Was Luna was Luna moving or staying there?
If Luna moves, Luna can get
50.
attacked, right?
Oh, that's true. Now, if you move
Very true.
further away from the snake, you're within biting range of the snake.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
can move around small.
What if I move to here? I'm still within 10 foot of
Yep.
the snake.
Correct.
could
It
move
will
up
not
there.
attack you, but you could move up there and one over. You still have one more spot if you wanted to.
All right.
You've
Spot,
been
your
hanged up.
turn.
Do something to this guy.
I was gonna say the spider and the toad aren't to me yet, so yeah, I'm gonna attack him. That's
And the stun goes away at the beginning of your turn?
end of my turn.
End of your turn, so he's still stunned.
Yep.
Advantage
So I have
on this
advantage
attack.
on all 3.
3, 4. You're pasted.
Yeah, I have 2 normal attacks
Plus hasted.
plus
I thought you had
haste is
plus your
third.
boat.
Plus, if I do martial arts for my 4th, because I don't really have anything else I can do it on, which I probably
Right.
will then. But
Yeah.
I was just saying, technically, I only get 3. A 4th
if you
with my
choose.
bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
And cold was doing good damage to him, so I'm going to stay with that. Hopefully, he gets frosty and I break a couple of fingers off as I smack him.
No, you want to break his mouth. That'll do it.
Oh, that hits.
That'll do it.
Yep.
16.
Nice damage.
That'll
too.
do it.
Wow. Yeah.
Cool. You can go. You can do better than that.
1 more.
Critical.
Whew. Well, at least that
Ooh,
wasn't
nice
a one.
advantage. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
16 is
Yeah.
32 points of damage.
And you pummel and bruise and cut, and he is looking in really bad shape, and his
And then I'm going to move around to here.
okay.
Are
So
you
the
worried?
spiders and the frog don't hopefully see where I went. I don't know. Hide behind him.
Nice. All right.
And push
Plus
him
it
towards
becomes-
them.
Now he comes out of his stun, and if I'm on the other side of him, hopefully he doesn't want to try to run into the temple or something.
He doesn't see you. That's what you're going for.
All right. Smock. This snake is going to attempt to bite you. Hit you for 9 piercing damage. And Alamir, the toad leaps up and attempts to
Squat on your
bite you.
face.
A 14. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
With shield. Okay, you throw the shield up and block this huge maw from coming down around your shoulders and head.
Oh, the whole body was going in. Yeah. Got it.
All
I'm a
right.
small person.
And
Oh, that took my reaction. Crap.
the druid is here, and he's looking around. You see him looking side to side. He turns around and he watches you go around him. Spot. and he's mouthing words, spittle coming out, blood
But
dripping.
it's silent. How is he?
But
well, he's
no,
mouthing
you
words,
see
he's
it.
not
You
saying.
only see it. You don't hear anything.
Yep.
Yeah. He.
I don't like the frog. Just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, and like everything but everything is verbal components. Like there's things that are only verbal component. Oh wait, look, he could do beast sense.
Is technically a toad rough terrain?
A toad.
Can I go over him?
You can attempt to jump over him.
Yeah, no. Not with my.
Yeah, there's really. Even that. Oh, he
He
should.
pulls out a dagger.
Okay. So he is going to. He attempts
Give
to.
me a pat on the back and then bend down and
Yeah.
neglect
Can I?
me like.
So he moves. He steps off to the side and then swings at you wildly with his quarterstaff, which he's not that good
I
at.
dodge.
Nope, and he misses you. And then he's going
Which
to.
we didn't see him holding.
So that's 15. I think he gets more. 30. Yep, and he goes to run inside, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Is the door open? Do I see anything inside?
Rubble. You see tons of just rubble lying everywhere. Rubble, muck, clouds of dust as he runs
Nat
in.
20.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
Yeah. So you do 12 points. Wow. And he stumbles and let's see. And he steps forward and a little further. He's barely standing up, and he's looking around frantically. And
I do 12, not 18.
Isn't it
Why
just?
does it give me savage attack on there?
Isn't it just 6 + 6? You're bludgeoning critical. Oh, because you have a savage attack. I forgot because
Yes.
of orc. You're right. So it's another 6. Oh, and then so
yeah,
he
I
is.
was gonna say it's 6 damage, but then the total critical was 6 and 6, so that's 18.
He's going by, and you throw out a reverse knife edge and catch him right in the throat. And you feel, because you can't hear the sickening crunch, feel like the clavicle breaking underneath your thumb, and he goes rushing by, screaming. Not that you can hear it, but everyone else can, as he kicks up dust, stumbling into the ruins of this old church. It is.
Can I see in the church then? Like, can you reveal that to me or not?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that this wasn't.
That's why I was asking if the door was closed.
No. Sorry, I have it turned on so light that I didn't remember that it was blocked from view. So reveal should be able. There you go.
Excellent. That works.
All right. Hef is going to switch over, and now that Smock is no longer restrained, is going to shoot the toad that's on Elamir.
So you guys see me dash around a corner last
Thanks,
round,
Hef.
and then he and I disappear.
D8, so 18. Yeah, that's actually that's good enough. Okay, come on. How come I can't?
Kill the toad. I need to move.
Oh, I know. 'cause
I'm
not
trying.
up here. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, Hef shoots it right in the eye and drops it.
Give a nod to Hef.
Yeah, that's 2 of these creatures he's taken out.
Ended.
Well, after a lot of us did a lot of damage to all of them.
Well, that one had 17 points. He that was a huge
Yeah.
hit. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The remaining
It's our
giant
team
toad leaps forward 20 feet and is lands and is kind of
Tongue-in-it.
looking quizzically because it can't hear anything. It has no idea why that happened. The spider comes off to the side and attempts to shoot you, Spot, with a web. Oh, and I forgot to do this. No, not of that. All right. Let's see. Web. Oh, first, does it? It tried to do it before, so let's see if it recharges. Okay, that's not a recharge. How come it didn't do that? No, I don't know why it did that. Here, let's do this. D6. It recharges. So then it's going to attempt to hit you 12 and it misses. Smock, your turn. A full round of actions and attacks, sir. Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah.
How was your nap?
So, did anything happen with him when he moved out of Jinx's circle?
Not that, I
Or
mean,
when he started his turn in the circle even, or anything? I don't know what he cast. That's why I was asking.
what? It's just silent. You assume that whatever Jinx
okay.
did is what made it silent, so that the druid
Gotcha.
couldn't cast spells.
Would it be okay?
I wasn't sure if that's what he had done or not, so, or if
Yep.
it was something the druid had done.
Nice, baby. Dun dun dun. dun,
So what do
dun.
we got here? We have
4 plus 13
Yep.
plus 4 plus 9 plus 6.
So
Give him a number.
17 and 19 is a total
36.
of 36. Yeah,
Yep.
you hit this thing left and right, huge gouges of flesh and blood just streaming out as the creature is just writhing and trying to pull away from you. You stay there?
I will move to here.
Okay. We're just going to let you do it. You find one rock that lets you get that extra 5 feet around the other side.
Okay. I could. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter.
You stepped across the snake.
Yeah,
as
you
were
stepped on
bludgeoning
part
it
of
first
part
place.
of its body and leaped an extra 5 feet. Alamir.
Snake was
All
slimy.
right, I see said toady down here. I'm gonna cast a spell on. Oh, I'm gonna move my 15 feet.
Yeah.
Step over.
It's close to the end, guys. If you,
I'm with you.
we'll just finish it up real quick.
I'm fine. We're back to Mondays. I'm awake today.
For 10 points of damage on toady.
Excellent. All right. And that was Firebolt. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hits.
Okay, I finally hit with a firebolt. All right.
It's like the second time. It's okay. It's nothing new.
Yeah. In what 33 games? Got it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm done holding my reaction for
Okay.
something coming back.
Luna, your turn.
It's not over.
And I'm aiming for right there because it's up
You're
to
moving
10
it.
minutes.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your
And
damage.
so display.
Spider.
I don't know why it's doing that.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay,
you're good.
That works.
You're good.
Yeah,
They
it's
just have to
good.
roll.
DC 14.
Uh,
See, that time it worked.
That's fine. And
That's
then
3d10, so it's
the
18. And the
Toad probably isn't going to matter. They both made it, but that's enough to bring the toad down.
good. And that guy should be colored now.
And yeah, and the spider's looking really bad. All right, Spot, your turn.
I start saying something, nothing comes out until I step to here, and then he hears, "Give up."
That you see this guy is looking all around, wild look in his eyes, still sputtering those strange words that you can't understand, and he's like he's looking imploringly up at the sky, and then
Shit,
reaching
he's
a
calling the
hand
dragon.
out towards this southeast corner of the of the of the ruins, and you hear that voice in your head again, and it says, "Yes, kill him, put him out of his misery, serve me."
Screw you, Tom.
Good thing you were outside that circle of silence.
I heard it when I was in the circle.
Yeah, he
of
did.
silence,
You
'cause it was
did.
in my head.
Yep.
You just snorted.
That makes me hesitate now. I don't kill on other people's commands. But I need to take him out because he's hurting my friends. I will yell out loud, "This is not for you," and I will attack him.
Okay.
That'll do it.
And you hit, and one hit, and his whole head, face, neck snaps, and he just crumples to the ground with his
What do I see
eyes
from
looking
here?
up. That's just
This is great out
it's an opening into the ruins up there. You don't see anything other than where's the
Like, I don't know. Did this look like this is his home, or was he just here? Like, do I see anything like a nest of leaves somewhere for this druid?
Not from where you're at, no. Although you do
Okay.
see the glints of things up in this upper section here.
That was the required.
Does
That's
he
a
look
required
like when he
sacrifice.
dropped, he had anything else on him that would strike me as curious to begin with right away? If I just like kick his cloak open to look at his armor, or if he had symbols of the dragon or anything else or whatever.
No, you see carvings. So now his robe and the remnants of hide armor kind of flop to the side on his torso, and you see where he has, or something or someone has carved runic symbols into his flesh.
Oh, and if I was thinking after I heard the voice in my head, I should have done non-lethal damage, but I didn't say that, so he's dead. Shit. Okay. I will move. Because this isn't impaired movement right here, right?
No, it's not. You can move as far as
Okay.
you want. This is
Then
stone.
I will move back to the spider,
Mm-hmm.
and I will do my other 3 attacks on the spider, and trying to like make sure my friends have taken care of everything out there.
Okay. And you finished the spider off. Like it's not a problem. So
What if I miss
you're
all
gonna
3?
hit.
You never know.
You finished
Okay,
the
that's a
spider
2.
off. and just for narrative sakes, Smock, you want to do an attack against the snake?
Sure.
20 and a 21 for 18 points. I would probably have finished it.
Nope.
Go make your second attack.
Nope.
Constrictor snake.
12
No, a
hit
12. As
snake.
armor class 12. You hit, sir.
Yep.
12 points of
Yep.
damage.
And that does it. That does do it. And
You
all right.
ruined the hide for the belt.
And with that, the
dragon flies overhead.
yeah.
And we end.
All right, and with that, the final beast and the evil druid that was controlling them, making them attack all of you, have all been slain, and we will pick up there next week. So thank you all for playing as we end episode 32 of the Legacy of Mythal campaign.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night.